Come on, come on, come on.
Come on in the room. Come
Ooh,
on. Welcome to another episode of
welcome, welcome.
a funky time we about to have out here. A funky good time on the What Was Said podcast. I'm your girl, Sexy Lexi.
Uh-huh.
And who are you? Who are
Come
you?
on, sex selection.
And who are
I
you?
don't know. I'm mysterious somebody. I'm coming at you. I don't know. Somebody
Mm,
coming at you with a knife. Just run. Run,
no
Forrest, run.
name. Just a
Run,
monster.
Forrest, run.
A monster in your dreams. Mike, how are you
No name at
doing?
all. But
No
you looking
name.
good. I'm loving that fro.
You honestly, I'm thinking about. Ooh, hold on. Where'd my comb
Mm-hmm.
go? I lost the
You
comb,
said whose
child.
name?
I couldn't have been in the seven, huh? You said what? What'd you say?
Not that she lost the comb.
I
Oh
done
no, I didn't say
lost the
anything.
comb. I done lost my comb. Oh my
No, can you hear me?
god. Okay. Do you have any Halloween plans this year?
Oh, okay, cool, cool. You know what?
Here we go.
No, I do not.
What is going on with your audio?
But I think I might just go out there and do something.
Like what?
I don't know. I might do something.
Like what?
I don't know. I think I might. I don't know. I might go out and hit the town, hit downtown, see what they got going on.
Paint
For
it
the most
red?
part, I might
Paint the
tiptoe in the
town
club
red?
and tiptoe out. You
I
know,
have not been
just a
to a
little, just a little light
Halloween
night.
situation in a while. Like we got
Uh,
invited to one this year. I don't know if I'm gonna go or not. I don't know. Cause what day is Halloween on?
that's gonna be on Thursday next week, actually. So what are we gonna
Ooh,
do? Are we
next
gonna
week.
postpone this? Yeah.
We might have to,
What
child, because I gotta take my kids. Look, my kids.
you got to
my
take them trick
kids
or
trick or
treating?
treating. I don't know, child.
Oh,
Billy can
okay.
barely walk, so I don't know. But we start every episode with a mental health check-in. How you
Yes, yes,
doing? How's
yes.
your week going? How
You know
are
what?
you living?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. The week has been going okay, to be quite honest. Just one of those things when stuff happen, you just can't sit and waddle in it.
Not
I
waddle.
just had to get a waddle. I can't just sit in and just soak in it.
Mm,
So, just able to brush it off and keep it moving. I was able to
not
see another
brush it
day, and
off.
actually, it's one of those things when you get older,
Yeah.
you start to see some people pass away, and it's just like shit. I'm getting
I
older.
know. Honestly, I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty because I feel like, you know what I say, child, ever since we started this show, every week is a new funeral that we have to
Uh,
attend. Oh my God. But before we get started on the funeral of the week, I need to
How was your mental?
my mental. You know
Yes.
what? How is my mental? You
Hmm.
know, God is good. God is
All the
good. God
time.
is faithful. And it could be worse. So let's just put it that way. It could be worse. I'm here. I have another opportunity to make it right the next day, the next time. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic on life. So yeah, I'm got no problems this week per se.
That's
Per
what's up.
se. You know
That's
who do
all we
got a
can ask
problem
for.
though?
Ooh,
Oh
who got a
my God,
problem?
you're right. I always be laughing during the most horrible
Oh my
times, y'all.
god.
This is so sad. America's oldest living person, Elizabeth Francis, passes away at the wonderful, beautiful age of 115.
150.
Mike, how does this make you feel? First of all, for 115, she looks good.
That, that's something.
What?
115 years old. That's 115 years old. That's the blessing number one. But then also too at the
Right.
same time, I'm like, would I want to live that long?
That's what
Only
I started to
because
say. That's what I started to
you're
say.
gonna a lot of people gonna be passing away, and you're just
I
gonna see them.
know, I
But
know, I know. I'm gonna tell you what's scary about that. My mom is like almost 80 years old, and thank God
mhm.
she is still here. It's such a blessing to have, my mom here and all that kind of stuff. But then I'm seeing her watch all of her friends and my aunts and my dad and just pass
Yeah.
away, and I see how it kind of affects her. So it's like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a gift, and it has its pros and its cons to be able to live to 115, but it's crazy because I feel like these people are like back in that day are living these or
Hmm.
live these long ages because they was making their own food, they was growing their own crops, they was active in the
Of
fields.
course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely has to do something with the food they were
Mm,
eating, the intake, and all that good stuff. But at the same time, do
yes.
you want to try to hear her voice, or are we just gonna?
Let's hear her
Cause
voice. Let's hear what she's saying.
she sound youthful still. So let's go.
And Elizabeth Francis, who at 115 years old showed us life could be a meaningful marathon, too. You may have been wondering, and yes, Elizabeth was the country's oldest living person. She was born in 1909 and passed away
She's seen
Tuesday
a
in her
lot.
Houston home where she lived with her 95-year-old daughter, Dorothy. Our Houston
Mm,
station, KTRK, spoke with
mm.
them both for Elizabeth's 114th birthday last year.
She has been a wonderful mother and grandmother.
Now, as far as the
Aw,
secret to her
aw.
longevity goes, Elizabeth's
98
69-year-old
years old.
granddaughter, Ethel, said her grandma
69.
always cooked for herself and, quote, took care of her body. And here's what Elizabeth said when asked if she ever smoked
Listen to her.
Have.
or if she ever drank.
Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, I'm very, very young. Look at me.
And Elizabeth Francis, who at 115 years old showed us life could be a meaningful marathon, too. You may have been
But yeah,
Listen.
she still sounds good.
Mm.
But she said she never smoked. She never drank.
Well, because
She's
I feel like back in those days, women was a whole lot more pure. They didn't be, out here showing their body, wearing red lipstick, having the afro all on the videos. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, back then, it just goes to show, and I feel like it's the same sentiments every single time. We have really lost our sense of pureness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why she sounds good. She sounded amazing. And she looked good. Like she literally looked
Yeah,
better than some of these,
yeah, she sounded real good.
older white people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even gonna lie. She looks good. I want to know her secret, like more of her secrets. I wonder, was she
Yeah, no,
married?
she does. She looks very good.
Because even her kid, like they said she lived with her daughter who was in her
I don't
90s,
remember
right?
them saying that, but her daughter is 98 and her granddaughter is 69. Yeah,
Damn. That's a
I
good
ain't mad at
number.
that.
You know what I'm
Come on,
saying? I
somebody.
love a good
Hmm.
69, age 69. And that's why she lived long. I really want to know, I truly want to know about her daily activities. I really want to know. Here's the thing, not to prolong this story, child, but here's
Hmm.
the thing. We don't even be eating greens and vegetables. Like tell me the vegetables you ate this week.
Well, actually,
Because
I
when
just
I,
got
when I
through
called you,
eating
no,
a
time out. When I called
uh,
you, you was in you
uh,
was in line getting some food. Every time I called
no,
you or we talk on the phone, you are somewhere getting some food that you did not
but
cook.
this time, a few moments ago, I had me a bowl of broccoli. But then the broccoli that I
Broccoli
eat,
ain't even real, child. The slaves was not eating no broccoli.
my mom said that ain't good for me, so now I gotta figure out a different
Yeah, broccoli
vegetable.
is broccoli even real?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Why
ain't never heard
wouldn't it
nobody picking.
be?
Broccoli is one of those morphed
Well,
foods.
from like a cauliflower, right?
Oh Lord, here we go. A
Look.
cauliflower,
Mm-hmm.
a geese, a
A
cauliflower.
goose.
I just don't feel like cauliflower and broccoli. I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
millennial type of vegetable. You know what I'm saying? I just really don't feel like I don't feel like I grew up. Did you grow up eating broccoli?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, you
I grew up eating
did.
some broccoli, but not a lot of it. Between okra
Really?
and broccoli, I would probably say I ate more
Oh,
okra. I love me
okra.
some okra. Yes,
What?
come on, okra. I gotta be a
Oh, I
little
don't eat okra
demure.
either.
Hold on for a second.
I don't eat okra. Here we go. And this is why people be drinking their wine, drinking their liquor out of straws. I do not like okra. I feel like I'm the only black person that I know that does not eat
Okra is
okra.
good if it's
No, it's
fried,
not.
dyed, laid to the side. Come on, somebody.
Okra looks like snot. It looks like it looks like it has snot on it.
Don't look at it. Put it in your mouth.
Oh, I can't do that. I gotta look at it.
You gotta examine it first.
I gotta examine it. Like, I gotta examine it. You know what I'm saying? It just looks, and well, I can't say that because I don't know who watching. I don't know if my mama watching. But it's Halloween, Ren Star. It is Halloween,
Yes.
and we got on our. Oh, they got my comb. Look, they got my comb. I thought I lost my comb. But my comb
Come
is
on.
in.
Come on, sugar mama.
I'm gonna taste like your kind of water that you get from the corner store. Oh no, that's not 70s. What's a 70s song? That's back in your
Let's
time.
do
So you
it,
tell me.
baby. We can do it all night.
Let's turn that,
Hey.
baby. You can do
Can
it.
do,
Take
you
the
can
time, do it
do
right.
it right.
You can
You
do
can
it,
do it,
baby.
baby. Do it all night.
But at the end of the day, rest in peace, rest in heaven,
Yes.
Mrs. Elizabeth Francis. You gave us 115 years of just
Yes.
beautiful Black energy, and now you are our ancestor flying high for Halloween in the sky.
Okay.
Next
Flying.
up,
Thought
we
it was
got this
rainbow.
crazy story. Listen, I'm here for the Black men.
Here we
Now,
go. Here we go.
I
Here we
know
go.
now they was coming for me on TikTok. Now I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Anytime I talk about the Black man, here they go in the comments, ready to attack. I am really tired of it. And I feel like one of their leaders is Cam Newton. Now, I used to be a Cam Newton fan with his fine ass, but the more he talked, the more I don't like him. And I feel like whoever this dude Corey is, now I didn't even know who Corey was. He's an American comedian known for his blunt, controversial humor. He was on Wild 'N Out. He was on Def
Yeah, he a
Comedy
comedian.
Jam. Listen, I don't know who he is other dressed like a clown. Let's listen to what he got to say, child. Let's listen to what he got to say, child.
All right. Let's see what he got. Let's see what he got to do. Is there some really? Oh, here we go.
As long as you can keep her. That's what most people are in that situation. But we men, we got money, especially men who got money. You got girls. You can't not be with them. It's too many beautiful women in the world to just lie to one girl and be like, look, I'm only with you. That's some bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I can't be with nobody like that.
But you keep mentioning certain things. I'm curious to know this. You keep mentioning women in poverty. Why? Like, what's your?
Well, I'm older now. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So, I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but
You do
her
that now?
poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, their children can get some
Hold up. God damn.
some outlet Jordans.
Not outlet.
Outlet
Jordans.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah. at least.
Outlet Gucci.
Monogamy exists.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. Wait a minute. So his thing is, I didn't know if he said he does that now. So his thing is he'll find broken women because he know that he can actually control them. But sir, that is nothing to brag about. So if you're ever out with your friends and you want to say, I'm sitting here spending money and doing good for this, you can't brag about that. Because both of y'all.
Go ahead.
Sir. No. You go ahead because, I got more to say. But yeah.
No, I don't want to interrupt you, but I want you to get on your own.
No, he definitely trifling for that. I don't respect men for that because number one, you out here, number one, you're wanting there to be broken women out here. So you're putting that in the atmosphere. That's number one. And then you're out here going, instead of helping them, you want to get in a relationship or you want to do things to where you can control them, you can bait them, you can manipulate them. There is nothing about that says high class. That says low frequency on every end.
This screams so many things, child. Now, for y'all who don't know, I'm a certified life coach. Okay, so if you want to book me, you know where to find me. But at the end of the day, this screams unhealed. This screams low self-esteem. This screams he was bullied in school. This screams somebody who he uses comedy because he don't think he look like anything. This screams Diddy to me. Like, I don't trust this
Insecurity.
man. I don't insecure, unhealed black man, and I don't want this to be the face of black men. What kind of black man gonna say that he want a broken woman? Like, that's ridiculous, because a real
Yeah, that's crazy.
man is going to want a woman who can add value. A real man's gonna want a woman who is whole, so he can bring his whole self and they can build an empire.
Onto that,
He's a
yes.
toxic man looking for a toxic woman, looking for a broken woman, because any woman who is not broken, who is not toxic, who hears some mess like that, she gonna give him her ass to kiss. And he needs, because he's so, like you said, low frequency, low vibration, just low to the flow.
It it
Oh
just
my
further gives that narrative about men not being able to be in a monogamous relationship. I mean, it happens. We can, and
it's
then also too, I don't know how he grew up, but I grew up around love. Even though my father did not marry my mother, I was still able to see how he respected women. I was able to see other things, especially with some other family members, my uncles. But yeah, that's trifling. Men can be with one woman. There are men who
yes,
have control. These men
yes,
who says these things are using them as excuses because they
right.
are insecure and they probably can't bag the lady, quote unquote, like they probably would
Period.
say, with just
Period.
themselves.
What is he
So
even wearing? Like, I mean, first of all, let's start there. Like, what you're wearing screams low self-esteem and insecure. He is looking for attention. A lot of people, not all, but a lot of people who take this comedy route, you know what I'm saying? They come from some type of trauma, some type of situation in they like previous life. And I feel like looking at him, listen, I love everybody. I love a black king, but I don't like this being on no social media. This is the poster child for what we don't want to see. Do not bring this shit in 2025. We tired of these unhealed toxic men being on Front Street. What you're saying is toxic to the black community. And it's not true. It is not true. I am such a big advocate for this shit is not true. I'm gonna tell you why.
and
Every black man that I know in my environment, in my circle, are healthy black men who believe in therapy, who are good husbands, good fathers, present, doing, and they're monogamous. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to, if it's not even about the monogamy, it is the fact that he's lurking and trying to seek out broken women to further break them. And then they, what I'm saying, probably get them pregnant, child. And then it's a whole cycle. Black men, you need to step up. I didn't see this whole interview, and I don't know, what Cam Newton said in response to him. But at the end of the day, Cam Newton got a whole lot of toxicity in him as well. They need to go to church, they need to repent, and they need to get some
not go
healing.
to church and repent. No, definitely need some healing. But yeah, like I said, it's just sad to see that you out here and you're wanting to find some
Mm,
broken women. And that's why if I were to
right.
have a daughter, I would definitely want her to be able to be independent. Not saying that's how she
Exactly.
would have to carry her life. That you know what I'm saying, but in these
Yeah.
cases, which will stop that predator or that
Hmm.
person coming in and trying to manipulate the situation because they have money. Oh no, 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 no.
That's another good point, Mike, because you know what? This also goes to show the importance of healthy black men being in their daughters' lives so they can see. This is the thing. There's a lot of women out here who are broken, again, because that's who he's going for. But a
Hmm.
lot of women out here have, daddy issues, have, they don't have examples of healthy men in their lives. So this man targets women like that. So it's so important. You don't even have to be a biological father to be, a healthy woman in a girl's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to get back to a sense of community, because even if there is an absent father,
Hmm.
community step in, be an example. So people like that do not win.
Yes.
I smell bacon.
Okay. Not at all. But no shade. I like the hat. Give me the hat.
No, I don't like the
I'll
hat.
take the
I
hat.
don't like nothing
Give me the
about
hat.
him. I don't like nothing. Ooh, damn, it's dark. These things are dark. I don't like
Hold on, wait
nothing
a minute.
about
Wait a
him.
minute. Don't be mad at the designer because the hat is fly. Come on, don't do that.
The
It's a
hat
nice
is
color.
fly, but it's just anything that's on him. First of all, the hat is fly, but I feel like what he got on below the hat, to me, I don't really like. I like is this a costume? Is this a costume? Maybe this was a Halloween episode, child, and this is a costume. Maybe I'm hoping this is a skit because I'm like, here's the thing, and we can move on, but here's the thing. I'm so interested in how people was raised, who they was raised around, like who hurt you, like how did you get to a mentality of let me go out here and find me a broken woman and let me put all my value in the money that I got, not my morals, my values, and what I'm adding to society. Like who hurt you? Who abused you? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like this is where I want to get to. And this is why I always talk about Charlamagne the God, you know what I'm saying? I know that he kind of gets a bad rap, you know, or whatever. But I feel like with Charlamagne the God, I feel like he advocates for, you know, healing and black men and black women going to therapy, getting fixed, child. Because this is a mess. We don't want to bring this into 2025.
Not at all. Don't even want to bring
Are
this
you
into
over there eating?
2025. No.
Oh,
I would
I smell
never.
bacon. I don't know what I
You smell
smell.
bacon? I
You
got
know
some
what? I smell
downstairs.
bacon. I think somebody in here cooking, child. You know how that go. Probably cooking. Anyway, you know what time it is.
What time is it? Is
You
it
know what
offering
time it
time?
is.
It's
You know what
offering
time it is.
time.
Child, it is some
It was that
stuff.
hard.
Boom.
Yes.
It is some stuff going on in the political arena. Now, I will say, I feel like, well, I'm lying. I started to say I feel like at least this week is a little bit light. What's going on, but it's not really giving light to me. Now, Donald, I'm gonna start calling him Donald Duck because I don't want to call him Trump anymore. There's so many things that he was on. If you look on CNN, Fox, everywhere, we're gonna go down a few of these. Now, here, Trump is talking about he can only see black people. Child, play the tape, roll the tape.
Call him Agent Orange or something like that. No.
You rolling the tape? Play the audio.
Oh no, I didn't hear you say that. I was waiting.
Ones I can't see any white ones. You see, that's how far I've come. These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones. You see, that's.
It's crazy because even you have some black people that were okay with that. Like, how in the world? Or why in the world?
You know what? One thing I will say about him is that he's at a place of desperation, you know, and I think we've said this before during our political pit stop, you know, he knows that when it comes to credibility, when it comes to education, when it comes to just being able to debate, he don't hold a candle to Kamala. So at the end of the day, he is, you know, he just trying to pander to the idiots. I saw something, oh God, I shouldn't say idiots because, you know, everybody got a different view. I respect everybody, but I saw something on Facebook earlier today, and it was a picture of a like old broken down house, like just a real bad looking house, and it had a big Trump Vance sign on it. And then below that, it had Trump's huge house that he lives in, and it said, "You got to be a fool to think that somebody who live in this big mansion really care about you who live in this, you know, with a big old Trump Vance sign on." You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because you have a good amount of his audience, you have a good amount of his followers who live in a trailer park. And then you have them wanting him to get into office when he's actually wanting to give tax breaks to the billionaires so y'all will still pay the same amount of taxes. That's crazy. Like, it's the uneducated ones.
Even on top of that, it's like he is just being blatant with it. Now here he was talking about Arnold Palmer's big cock. Play that tape, child.
Oh my God. That's unbelievable. I had to say it. But Arnold Palmer
That's
was all
crazy.
man. And I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. His man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God.
That's the thing. I'm not.
I'll give him,
It's
he a comedian, child. I'll give him.
it's like he's a comedian, but he's turning everything into a ish show. It's
Yeah.
like you have
You're right.
Kamala that's that can't even veer off, can't even color outside the lines without getting scolded, versus somebody who can
Right.
just be up here and act like they on Mad TV and just
Yeah.
go ham. It's
He
just
an episode of
frustrating.
Wildin' Out, child. Every stage that he on is an episode of Wildin'
It really
every episode that he is
is.
on. It is a pure mess. I feel like he is old, he just doesn't hold a candle. And the fact that the race is tight, it just really goes to show what he said back then. If he ever ran for president, he would run as a Republican because he know those idiots will follow anybody. And that's not what I'm saying. That's what he said. Okay.
But
That's what he
obviously it's
said.
true. It's true.
I
The study
mean,
shows.
obviously. Now here he
Obviously.
is Trump says that he needs the kind of generals that Hitler had. I mean, it can't get no lower than this. It can't get no lower than this. But I bet you it will. I bet you next week it'll get lower. It'll get lower.
It'll definitely keep on continuing to get lower. It'll get lower and
What is him musically? I'm sorry. What is him musically saying?
Oh, Trump is anti-establishment, and he is. It's just he's just
Exactly.
anti-everything. It's just
He's
if it
anti.
doesn't have to do with chaos, if it doesn't have to do with division, if it doesn't have to do with him getting money in his, even though he's supposed to be serving the people, he's always trying to find ways that him can get, money himself. It's just crazy to me. It's asinine.
Unbelievable.
You got people that are still following him.
Exactly. And that's why I started to say the fact that this man, like, here's the thing, like we kind of just said earlier, it's like those people who are voting for him, who are on the poorer side, when he gets in office, he's not going to benefit you. Like, he's not going to benefit you. And one thing our friend to the show, Robert, was saying is that, I saw on his Facebook, he was like, if your parents, if your grandparents are on, any kind of like subsidized anything or getting a check, you better be careful about who you're voting for. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. It's like a lot of people are voting against their interests only because they can't either see a woman as president, a black woman as president, or they just so stuck into this cult, that he went ahead and established. And when I see some of these young men being interviewed online, young black men, and one of them was interviewed by Don, and Don had asked him a question, and the young black man, he was going in on Kamala, talking about something. She had 4 years, and then he asked him, well, what did Mike Pence do? What did which Biden do when they were vice presidents? And he was like, well, nothing. And he didn't have nothing to say. And he was like, nah, you can't be grading them all differently when they had the same job. Stop it.
Exactly. Now, Reese from Philly, the Red Dragon, that's a long ass name. It says, y'all crazy if y'all still believe all that same old Trump slander. What does that mean? What Trump slander are you referring to, Reese from Philly, the Red Dragon? With all the names, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 names. Y'all, you calling us crazy? You got 6 names,
sir.
names.
And then not well. I'm just curious on his ethnicity, on this person's ethnicity, because it's quite.
It's given either Latino or African American. That's what I'm thinking.
It's given I want to fit in. It's given I want to fit in.
It's given I want to fit in. You're right. It's given I'm desperate. I'm desperate to fit in.
Yeah.
Reese, tell us what you mean by that, because I'm very interested to know what slander, and tell us your name, social, and your ethnicity.
Because also
So
too, we can go to the most recent things that he has said. So what are you talking about?
exactly.
Trump
Yeah.
slander, believing that he just like you can't be serious, sir.
But see, here's the thing. This is a pure example, right, of the people that are out there. Like this man, one thing he don't look like is a white man, if you know what I'm saying. And I was talking to somebody, a black man who was really, really for Trump. And I said, you have a black son. At the end of the day, you got to be careful about having selfish whatever it is that's making you vote for someone who will stop your black son on the street and be for stop and frisk, you know what I'm saying, and put him in even a worse situation than the country is in now. People got to be a little bit more smart. You know what I'm saying?
It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Now, what is Ham musically talking? I know he about to give us some statistics, child.
Oh my bad. I think we clicked at the same time.
Oh, look at that. It's insane. Ham musically said Kamala Harris is not going to benefit.
Keep it going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Kamala Harris is not going to benefit us either. America is the land of the have and the have-nots, period. Not our own jokes on our own. So politics are a joke. Your only recourse is self-government and working together with your family. I don't know about that.
Well, sir, Ham musically, until then, the better choice out of these two candidates, I would rather pick somebody that don't sit down with a grand wizard from the KKK.
Period.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen Kamala do that.
No, I haven't.
Have you?
I haven't.
Okay.
I have not. And I haven't seen her talk about, wanting Hitler, child. I haven't seen her talk about any of those things. I haven't seen her inciting riots. I haven't seen her not being able to know how to fry French fries at McDonald's the way he was. And it's so funny that as soon as he went to McDonald's, now we got a recall on a quarter pounder.
Right. We got Ebola and everything else that's servicing.
He put up for one day, and now we all got Ebola. That is a precursor of what he gonna do on his first day of office. If he can't even go and flip some burgers and get some fried whatever they sell over there, child, without being successful, what he gonna do?
Right. And yes, I know it was E. coli. Yes, I was just joking. However, my thing is when it comes to Trump and the stuff that he is spewing, I mean, it has nothing that could help my community and or the nation. Now, don't get me wrong. I know every politician is not the most truthful. I know every politician probably got something on the back end that's trying to benefit them. I know that nobody is. We all know this. It's politics. You can't be serious. So besides all of that, for right now, the choice that we have, I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot, and that's by voting for the orange.
One thing about me is I like to see all sides. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at what Trump is saying, when I look at what Trump is doing, when I look at his plans coming out of his own mouth, this is not something that is alleged. These are things coming out of his own mouth about the education system, and just to start, right? If you put the facts of what he's saying against the facts of what she's saying, this shouldn't even be a hard choice. And the fact that it is. Now, again, these are two rich people. And like you said, none of them are perfect, but it's the lesser of two evils to me. And I don't even want to say that because I don't think she's the lesser of two evils. I think she's the best. Me neither. Honestly. I really do.
Okay. And then Reese, sir, I mean, you got to be a troll. Either you a troll or you a bot. You can't be serious. It wasn't debunked that he took out a whole full-page ad in the New York Post, far as for calling for the death penalty of 5 young black men that were innocent. That's truthful. You can Google that. You need to get up off of Truth Social and actually, step outside in reality to see exactly what's going on.
And I hate to bring it and make it about race, but I actually am very curious to know what his ethnicity is. How musically says, I'm voting for Kamala.
Baseball cap and thick eyebrows told me enough.
What you think? Oh Lord, we're gonna be wrong. How musically said, I'm voting for Kamala, LOL, but I don't think it's going to solve anything. I'm voting because period. I agree with that. I don't think we're voting to necessarily solve stuff. I think we're voting to at least not go backwards. I think we're voting for just our basic rights. I think we're voting for me as a woman, me with daughters. I want to be able to not have somebody else tell me what I can do with my body. I want to be able to have, a democracy. I want to be able to have an educational system that doesn't, shit, it's already bad. So at the end of the day, I don't want him
Right, and
talking
he's
about,
trying to get rid of the Department
controlling
of
it and
Education.
and removing the Department of Education. Are you kidding me?
Can you
Like,
be
you
serious?
can't make it up. You can't make it up. And listen, I'm
And
not. Here's the thing. I'm not the biggest political person, but when you start listening in this election and just use your common sense, you can't help but to be like, I know this nigga ain't up here saying this.
yeah, because even when he went on, it wasn't the Today Show. I forgot the exact,
Mhm.
show he was on. It was on Fox, and he was sitting down, and it was interviewing, asking him questions. And one of the hosts had asked him, "So what?" Because he said he wanted to do away with Department of Education, let the states handle it. And one of the hosts said, "Well, what if they try to teach, that America was built on the back of slaves, and how the whites
Mm,
weren't the ones who actually own it?"
I
And
saw this.
Trump's response was that he would not fund the state if
Exactly.
they were to teach true facts, true
Right.
history.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
for my history being erased. What about you? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Heck no. Heck no. Like, again, it is diabolical. To me, it is diabolical that this is even a conversation. To me, it's diabolical that it's people in the comments saying something, in positive about Trump. Listen, I've always said, if he want to come to Charlotte, you know what I'm saying, and admit to his evil ways, and take us out and buy us a little something, I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he is a evil person, but he's definitely not fit to be the president of the United States. Is that all
Oh
right?
no. By far.
Now
Yes.
here you go. Trump's PR stunt at McDonald's backfire. Here's what the internet had to say. Let's see what they had to say. Breaking: McDonald's replaces the Hamburglar with another well-known.
On felon. And it was truthful.
I didn't read that, child. I can't see that. Can you read it?
I got you. So the place wasn't even open. It was all staged and fake. He didn't even work for real at the McDonald's. It was a stage fraud, just like every other event. Basically, nobody wasn't even in McDonald's when he went in there, and they just had the actors drive through, and they were
Wow.
paid actors. Like, come on.
He gonna lie to the very end, child. He gonna lie to the very, very end. What does that one say?
And and then basically just he was saying the irony of Trump's McDonald's photo op. As a convicted felon, he can't work at McDonald's. As POTUS, he
Period.
blocked a $15 minimum wage that would
Period.
have helped countless McDonald's employees. And as POTUS, he weakened McDonald's employees' ability to unionize. And somebody actually came up and was like, "Hey, are you going to increase minimum wage?" When I tell you, he dodged that question like a bullet, like Little
Wow.
Kim. Like he was Little
Mm.
Kim in them questions. I was just like, come on. You can't be doing that.
He's diabolical. What does that one say?
Let's see. Can you believe I triggered him so much he put on an apron and pretended to cook fries? Yeah,
Jesus. And here's the
like
thing:
that.
we know that he got cooked. Child, he ain't cooking nothing. He didn't know how to work that French fry machine.
Not at
Mm.
all. Let
This
alone
is sick.
the ice cream machine.
This is that, and that's probably why it's always broke, because they knew that he was coming. I could do me some ice cream, child. At the end of the day, we respect everybody's opinion, but if you ain't voting for Kamala, then child. Reese from Philly, Dash the Red Dragon, no wars on Earth.
I think he just needs some attention. Well,
Yeah,
Reese,
just
since you up in here, can you at least subscribe and
like
follow and
and
share?
subscribe and engage
Thank you for
and
the
share it with all
comments,
your
though.
mega friends. Share it with all your
Yeah,
mega
we have a
friends,
good old
Reese.
back and forth.
Right, period. All right. So now, speaking of I guess felons, child, I feel like me and you gonna bump heads on this next segment.
You think
Diddy. I do,
so?
I do, I do, I do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm.
Yeah.
So guys, in a new Netflix comedy special titled What Had Really Happened was Jamie Foxx reportedly claims that Sean Diddy Combs was responsible for the stroke he suffered a year ago. According to Media Takeout, during the special, Jamie recounts the events leading to his stroke, hinting that the music mogul poisoned him. While the audience initially laughed, Fox gave a serious look, indicating he wasn't joking. Fox and Diddy were once close friends, known for hosting wild parties, but now they fell off. What say you about this? Not drop the link, child. This is the link. You already on here. Drop the link. Now, Reese. Now, child,
I know you want to, get rid of the Department of Education. I wanted. It's like you don't want to believe that Diddy would do this to Jamie, because you really never heard Jamie in any, controversy like that, throughout his career. But to have a falling out, because I guess he and Jamie have had a falling out, but obviously he was at one of the functions and he had a headache. And you remember, I don't know if you all recall, when he first told the story, he said it was a friend that actually gave him a pill. Once the friend gave him a pill, once he gave it a pill, he said, I didn't wake up in the hospital until like 30 days later. Diddy was the one. So I feel like it's true. I don't think Jamie would jokingly, knowing the situation Diddy is in now, yes, he's a comedian, but to jokingly say that Diddy did something to him with something that happened in his life that was,
like that,
I think it was truthful.
I can believe it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody was like, okay, if this happened, why didn't he, I know I would be thinking, why didn't he tell somebody? Why didn't he press charges? But if he was a avid Diddy partier goer, then I'm certain that Diddy probably got something on him, likely. So I could really see this being true. And I hate this. I really hate this. I hate this for both these black men. Honestly, I don't know what he has on him that's making him not want to submit his claim and get his little money from Diddy, but I think I would.
Yeah,
I would
he
add my name to a
probably
lawsuit.
Secretly
under an alias.
Okay, under alias. Please don't tell nobody.
I'll name me under Reese from Philly the Red Dragon.
Okay. Now, give me that money. But I think that he more than likely could have done it. I hate to, allegedly. I hate to know if it's true, but the special is coming out. Once we get a chance to see it, I'm not for sure the date because one has not been given, because he was doing this.
This is a comedy
stand-up. Yeah, this is one of his Netflix stand-ups, or one of his stand-up specials.
Wow.
And one of the guys he jokingly, or they thought it was a joke, he said, Diddy gave him the pill. Next thing, he woke up 30 days later, and then they started chuckling. And then he looked at one of the members, the audience members, and gave him a straight face like, bruh, I ain't joking.
Wow.
So.
Ooh, yeah. Diddy, give me one more chance, child. That is awful.
Did he do it?
Now, this will be Jamie Foxx's first comedy show, right? Since his situation,
yeah,
right?
I believe so. Yeah. This will definitely be his first one.
I mean, he is so fine, child. Now, another person who is talked about with Diddy, who got some stuff to say, is my boo, your boo, Shine. Oh,
Shine on it.
Anyway, Sean is claiming that he was set up, we didn't notice. He was set up as the fall guy in Diddy's nightclub shooting in his documentary trailer. Now, he spent a significant amount of time in jail, and get your money. He a pastor now?
Yeah, money. But you want to see what
That's what he had to say.
He's political.
That's what he had to say.
Yeah, he's stuck into the political ring. But you want to see? Let's see what he got to say with his doctor.
Wanted to sign me. I would ride my bicycle up the Brooklyn Bridge, and by the time I got down, raps would just come to my head. I got a call. It was like, yo, you gotta hear this.
Oh yeah, we gotta take it off, child, because then it's gonna be banned. I didn't realize I had music on it. But yeah, I just think that tell us something that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we knew that you took the fall. Now, I always thought that he took the fall, and he took the fall because maybe Diddy promised him something, like, you know, a set life
Right.
once he got
Oh
out.
yeah.
But I don't feel like that happened.
I feel like he probably did give him some. Well, then again, I don't know, because I feel like once he went through his whole, you know, but no, he did come out, and once he came back out, I think he did try to release something or whatnot. So he may have, but I feel like he did try to separate himself from him because
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
anything.
can see why. But I'm like, honey, if I had to serve years and years and years and years of jail time for you, you gonna pay me.
Yeah,
with interest.
definitely.
You're gonna pay me. Give me my
Definitely.
money. Period. You know what I'm saying? Give me my money.
Give it in cash, because I don't need it to trace back to me.
Give it in cash. Yeah, don't trace it back to me,
In
child.
cash.
And you know, at the end of the day, even
Yeah,
the victim who was shot, like, she's been telling her story all over the radio, not the radio, all over the internet, whatever. You know, she was trying to let everybody know that Sean is not the one that shot her. It was Diddy, but nobody listened to her. You know, I'm actually very eager for this Diddy stuff to like be finalized. I want names. I don't want just allegations. Why you say that? No, it's not. It's gonna be like early next year.
No, it's gonna be a while. The only reason I say that, because there was a story that we were gonna present today. However, we're not gonna do it due to time.
Why?
But you know, it was the one with the CEO, the one that you had with the CEO, Abercrombie and Fitch. And basically, if you don't know, that CEO was recently indicted. He's been arrested far as for, you know, MEX trafficking. Yes, I said it differently because of, you know, social media. But I think the reason he got arrested is because of Diddy is talking. He dropping names.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, that's what's going to end up affecting the Diddy case. Because if you think about it, before Diddy, I mean, right soon as Diddy came out, what, less than a month later, you had the CEO of Sony step down. You had a CEO because he's starting to drop names. Allegedly. That's my thoughts. Allegedly. I don't know what y'all thinking in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you can, but let us know.
And come to our OnlyFans after this, y'all. But at the end of the day, you know, again, I'm gonna keep that same energy always. I hate to see a black man go down. I hate to see a black man go down. I hate to see a black man go down. But his allegations, they're getting worse and worse. But however, period, hard stop / Reese from Philly dash the Red Dragon. I need to see the receipts. Like, I want to see hard black and white, not, you know, shade room post, you know, not TMZ. I want to see the receipts. I want to see in court, okay, Jane, or, you know, I don't know, Little John, whoever, he was here, he's a part of it, he saw it, or this person was abused. Give me the facts. Period, point blank. Because I do truly feel like, and I know we kind of debated on this, but I feel like people are just kind of grasping for straws in the sense that, okay, how can I get my money? Like, how can I get my money? You know?
Right. No, I definitely agree. It's one of those things to where, you know, it's been coming, because all these years, over 10 years, they've been talking about the different things he's been doing behind the scenes. So yes, you want hard proof, but then at the same time, it's like, yeah, you don't want to jump to conclusions, but damn, it's the evidence that's just a lot of it. Yeah.
But hold up now, what evidence? I mean, the evidence that we've seen with our own eyes is a Cassie tape. But I mean, like, what evidence other than that do we know for factual?
I mean, that, and then you had old girl who's been saying, hey, he's not the one that shot me in my face. Then you had Aubrey, who's been talking about this for the longest. But yes, it's just words, it's just hearsay. The stuff you haven't.
She got fired, child.
But she's been right with every single thing, and I love that about her. But I can't, like you, I can't wait till this thing comes to an end, or at least get us to this climax. I need to know. I need to know some.
I know
some
that's
stuff.
right. Give me a climax, honey. Now, Diddy's accused of you know, doing something to a 13-year-old at the 2000 VMAs with other celebrities. His legal team files new motion following the flood of more cases. Now, Mike, I don't know about this.
I this accusation, but she's coming forth. Oof.
I don't know.
I need the parents to come into the room.
Is this the same little girl from the video, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Somebody else?
Yeah.
Lord
this is somebody
Jesus.
else.
See,
This is somebody else. This ain't the same girl from the video.
all in the videos. I don't know. Again, this is the land of the free child, and we have to go by the law, and you're innocent until legally proven guilty. And I mean, he has to have his day in court, just like Weinstein, just like whatever his name is, whatever.
Come on, Weinstein.
Is that the Einstein? I think about the cartoon, the Einstein child. Oh, that is just totally awful.
Did you want me to find that? Did you want me to find that other video so we can ask the audience whether or not if they feel like?
I'd be very interested to see that, because basically while he's looking for that, there is a video circulating on Instagram, and me and Mr. Michael had a conversation about this video because we weren't in agreement. Now, I'm sure if you guys are on social media, you've seen this little girl. She was at some kind of award show or something. That's why I thought the other story was about her. But Diddy was basically saying, "Are you coming to the after party?"
Okay, are you coming?
And he was, I guess, licking his lips. And now to me, in my opinion, I thought that could have been a doctored video. I thought that he didn't do nothing wrong. He was just joking, and the girl was backstage. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna see, but hold on, give me one.
Let me see what Him Musically said. Listen, R. Kelly, Prince, Michael Jackson, Bill. Ooh, now Michael Jackson was not convicted. Him Musically, Prince was not convicted. Him Musically. Don't be now.
I never really heard rumors of Prince like that.
Never.
I never heard rumors of Prince. Have you?
Never. I've
other
never
than
heard
Prince possibly quote unquote being gay, but other than that,
yeah.
I didn't even think he was gay, to be quite honest.
And I think I've never heard. I've heard him being like what's like territorial over his women. You know what I'm saying? I've heard.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
But I ain't never heard him being abusive to nobody, like physically or sexually. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. I ain't never heard that. Oh my god!
Right,
Here we go, child. Does it have audio? It do.
Like you said, Michael was never convicted of anything, and I feel like they really did. They did him in because he was making too much money.
Yeah, let's play this audio.
All right, gotcha.
Coming to the after party tonight? Yeah. Do you remember where? Coming to the after party tonight?
Yeah. One more time.
Coming to the after party tonight?
But what was funny about that?
What's funny is he's asking a little kid who he know can't go to the party, is she gonna go? And this is where, and again, y'all, please don't cancel me, because at the end of the day, if it's true, it's true, proving it, whatever. But this is where I feel like you take somebody who already has a bunch of things coming against them, and then you start seeing stuff that's not there. You start, looking at stuff under a microscope and being like, oh, I bet he did that, and I bet he did that. This is just a video. This is an old ass video. Her parents ain't saying nothing. She ain't said nothing. So at the end of the day, it's like he joking with a kid who back there with a bunch of adults. Like, he ain't the only person back there. That's an adult.
But he's not the only person back there. But I mean, I've seen several different, scenes, especially with Justin Bieber, the way they was groping him in front of national television, sniffing him, talking about something. Ooh, you smell good, grabbing on him, trying to touch his ass. And these are A-lister celebrities that were doing this to Justin on national TV. So I can only imagine in a closed party where they hardly don't even have any, the technology that we have now. But yeah, I agree with what you said. I do agree with what you said. We can't take everything and try to turn it into something to fit, our justification of why we think he is guilty. So yeah, I do want to take a step back with that.
Not a step back. Could you actually show us you taking a step back visually? back, oh, and for yeah. Let me see it go. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. See, I mean, again, I just I just see this, everything that he does, every tape that they find, they're gonna be like, oh, well, I bet he meant this, or oh, this. Like it's just really just putting him on a thing. Miriam says they are nothing but a bunch of PETAs. Oh, this has nothing to do with anything in the title. Oh. What?
Yeah. And giving that title or saying that title, it's a strong one. So I can't give it to the ones that we talked about with Michael and Prince, but yeah.
Oh, I thought she meant in our YouTube channel.
What did you put for the title? Oh my god. I mean, and more.
We have discussed everything in the title, so I don't know if she meant the title or what you're talking about, but that was funny.
Like,
child, see, Miriam, you're just coming in late, boo. You need to be on time, honey, because if you was on time, you would know that we talked about it. Not only talked about it, we talked about it in order. Okay, make sure y'all are liking, subscribing. There should be 11 new subscribers, or if y'all already existing, there should be still 11 or 50 new subscribers, because you're going to take this and you're going to share it with your friends. Listen, y'all not here. Listen, this ain't free.
Our likes, all you gotta do is like. It don't even cost to like. We don't charge to like. Just like the video so we can get into the
y'all like what y'all see. We know y'all like what y'all see. Let's see what Hamizuli is saying. What I'm saying is, when you become successful, you become a target. Thank you, Musically. When you become successful, you become a target. And I have said this in other episodes. I'm not condoning anything that he has been purely found guilty of. But what I am condoning is the fact that the same way that these people are predators, they were preyed on. And we see all these kids. I always think about R. Kelly and about how all these parents was dropping their little kids off, knowing the accusations and the whispers, dropping their kids off, walking away, hoping their kid was going to get a record deal. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it don't make what they did right, but it don't make it right.
Okay. Come on, it don't make it right. It don't make it right.
It don't.
So I had to think. Right. I had to ponder about that one for a second. But yeah.
All right, man. For these last two stories, y'all, thanks for hanging in there. We're talking about a very sad situation now. Let me put on my serious hat. If you watched last week's episode, you saw that me and my friend, who is a bot, that sounds awful. We were talking, and we were talking about this whole. You make me sick.
Oh no!
But this is a horrible story. No, you was laughing. You was laughing at me. This is terrible. A mother sues a AI company after her son, dies from, ending his life, claiming a chatbot he thought he was in a relationship with encouraged him to end his life. Now I'm gonna read a little bit about this, y'all, just so I can get a backstory. For weeks, Sewell spent countless hours texting his AI character, forming a bond that alarmed his family. Their conversations ranged from romantic exchanges to casual chats about his life. However, something just did not seem right. His parents tried to help him with therapy sessions, but just days before his death, his parents took away his phone after he misbehaved in school, which led to Sewell's desperate attempts to reach his AI through other devices. On February 28th, Sewell snuck his phone back and had one of his last conversations with Danny. After that chat, he took his stepfather's handgun and tragically ended himself. In response to a lawsuit, character AI expresses their condolences.
I don't get this, because I'm looking. Maybe you can explain it to me, because it's given like a little thread of them talking, or I don't know if that's just. Well, anyways, the AI is named Daenerys Targaryen. If you watch Game of Thrones and stuff like that, this is the person's or the bot's name. But she says, "I promise I will come home. Yeah, I promise I will come home to you. I love you so much, Denny. I love you too, Daenerys. Please come home to me as soon as possible, my love." Then Danny, I think, "What if I told you I can come home right now?" And then she was like, "Please do, my sweet king."
That is just
See, and that's what I'm saying. These kids, take their asses outside.
Yeah.
Make them go outside and do not come back in until the street lights come on. They cannot come in and drink water. They got to drink from the faucet. Do not allow them to come in and swing that screen door back and forth. Treat them like we were treated. It's my hand.
Lord
Jesus. A little
Jesus.
small hand. But yeah, treat them like we were treated back in the day. Like, come on, allow them to get some social, you know, some.
Now you said the street lights. Did they even have electricity back in your day?
Oh, so this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
You know what? I agree. I agree with you. But as a parent myself, I will say that it's very difficult sometimes to take away a child's access to electronics because it's everywhere, and you can't be with your kid 24/7. And I know that was a big thing for me and my oldest daughter. You know, trying to I didn't want to give her a phone. I didn't want to do all these things because, you know, having a phone in your hand is just, at this point, it is dangerous for a child. And that's another reason why you need to be careful who you vote for, because I feel like those are the things. Don't worry about, you know, me having an abortion or whatever the case might be. Worry about, you know, these school shootings and stuff like this, and putting that emphasis into mental health, not wanting to know who I had sex with, child. That's ridiculous. You know, I mean, it all goes together. And this also speaks to mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine.
Yeah, because obviously he wasn't
they
getting
don't be
out.
outside, they be upstairs or in their room somewhere with the door closing. And when that door closed, you don't know what they doing.
You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're researching. You don't know who they're talking to. Because even my nephew, I want to say he's 11. Yeah, he's 11 years old, and he has that the Roblox or whatever. And then also too, he, you know, sometimes is on Call of Duty. So then, you know, I think one time his older brother overheard him ask somebody like how old they were or why they were in that same room or something like that. And in my head, you know, I'm not a parent, but I can only imagine, you know, how tense and nervous you may be when leaving your child, knowing that they have options to, you know, get into stuff that we didn't have the ability to do when we were growing up.
It's just awful. I mean, it's awful. It's too much access, and you know, it's difficult. I always thought, oh, you know what? Whenever my daughter, when she get older, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But it's not as easy as it seems, man. It is not as easy as
stress the time limits. You know, stress the time limits. Make time limits for, you know, your kids who are younger that can't differentiate their, you know, the fake from the real, far as in, you know, building that relationship with something that is AI versus actual human beings. So put time limits on the amount of time that they're on social media and what they can do. You know, that can possibly help, you know.
You're right, Mike. And you're right. There are a lot. Actually, I feel like there are a lot of apps, because I do know, I will say with my daughter, I did put something on her phone so I could track where, you know, what site she was on. I could block certain sites, you know, and that's great. But at the end of the day, there is so many ways that they can get around that. Like, she would get another old phone and put the Wi-Fi on. You know, like, there's always a way.
Do you think some parents try to give their children more freedom than they had and try not to, I ain't gonna say micromanage because it's not a job, but try not to be that hovering parent? You think they try to do that in these sense, you know, in instances like this, stuff like this, you know, can slip? Because like you just said, you know, there are apps that can monitor what they go on, what is being said, what is being done. And maybe, you know, you may have some parents who feel like that's an invasion of privacy for an 11-year-old or 12-year-old. But if you live in my house, I don't feel like that's no invasion of privacy.
But see, here's the caveat to that.
You know,
these kids, they will off themselves extremely quickly. And I think I think I'm talking so loud. Being a parent, I feel like that's something that makes us weary, because kids are so damn fragile now, and yelling at them or doing something crazy, they won't just go and pout. You know, you're hearing them, you know, off themselves. And the thing about it is, it's like, I believe in spare the rod, spoil the child. And I'm seeing a lot of parents. When I was young, I got beatings. Period, point blank. My brothers got beatings. I got beatings. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know that sounds awful. My sister-in-law was telling her that I'm about to start beating my 2-year-old, and she was like, because she always saying fuck and hitting people and beating them up, child. She even today she said she farted and then said fuck.
Where she at? It all goes.
It's funny, but it's like, girl, get it together. But I'm saying that to say that, I believe in the old school ways of disciplining, your child, and, your children should have some level of fear. But then a lot of these parents, like, I know her father is like, oh, well, we shouldn't spank her and this, that, and the third. But you have to do those things super young, because if you do those things super young, it makes it a whole lot easier when they're older, because you're establishing that hierarchy, you're establishing that level of respect and that tad bit of fear that I think kids need.
No, they
kids
do
don't
need
care about
that.
authority.
They do need that. And then so you have some people, well, I don't want my child to fear. Okay, your child won't fear you, but have your ass in the headlock and thrown down the steps, then what you gonna say?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not saying go out there, get a 2x4 and go ham. No, a little pop here and there to correct, whatever's happening.
Yeah.
And, so as they get older, you won't have to do, of course, that pop, but you can just give them that look. But, definitely just watch and monitor your kids. Don't think that you are invading anybody's privacy, because I'd rather invade their privacy than see an outcome like this.
Yeah, you're right. Now, let me ask you this. Did you ever, when you was young and getting beat, did you ever get beat with a switch?
Baby, let me tell you this. When I tell you I would get a beating almost every other day.
What?
And,
Hold up,
my grandmother. No, I'm dead serious. My grandmother, she used to keep switches above the door. So if I run into one room, all you gotta do is grab that switch and it's a wrap. I used to have to go out and pick my own switches. The switches used to be twisted together with a bread twist.
What was you doing every day that required a beating?
I don't want to go into it. It was nothing I
did.
Into
it, because that's crazy. Now, that's
no, it's just one of those things. Because me and my sister, it was just one of those things of. It was just we were different. That's just put it.
Do you feel like, and I'm sure parents are going to be watching this, especially when they play it back. Do you feel like if you could do it all over again, would you get those beatings, or when you have children, would you beat your children?
I think if I had a chance to do it all over again, I still would get the beatings. The reason I say that is because some of the stuff I was getting beatings for wasn't even called for.
Oh.
Just some silly stuff. I mean, one time, yes, I did put a hole in a wall. Other than that, I was a good kid.
You wasn't a good kid if you was getting beatings every day, child. You was not no good kid.
I was.
No good kid don't get beatings every day. I was a good kid.
But I will say this.
No good kids get beatings every day. And no good kid is a grandparent having to hide switches just to get you because you're going to run.
But I will say this. I don't feel like the whoopings or beatings messed me up mentally. Like for real. When it comes to my mom or the ones who's giving me whoopings, I don't look at them any different. I do appreciate at times, and it did strike that fear. So, me listening to my elders and, it helps. But then sometimes it's those parents who may take what's happened throughout their day and take it out on their child, and that's when
that's true. Nah. That's a whole different beast. That's a whole different beast. I look at kids back then, even now, who get beatings, and then I look at some kids now and some of those adults now who didn't get beatings, and I'm like, I can tell your mama did not beat you. I can tell you don't have no fear of your mama. You can tell. Okay. You can tell with their discipline. You can tell kids now. You can tell a kid now who has that level of fear when it comes to their parents. You can tell a kid now who has that fear, like, oh snap, a kid need to have fear. Kids need beatings. 2025. Kids for beatings 2024. All right, y'all. This last story that we're going to talk about is Teyana Taylor. Okay. Tiana Taylor, she can
Please
do no wrong.
like, and share. Sorry.
Like.
No, I had to tell him because I mean, if we got 11 people, we need to have 11 likes. We need to get in this algorithm. Let's go.
Exactly.
Come on.
So she's gonna be in. She actually was there to induct Dionne Warwick into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and now they're saying that she's going to play Dionne Warwick in her biopic. What are your thoughts?
Yes. I live it. I live for it. This is something that I think a lot of us has been saying for years, because even before this was the thought, just when looking at Tiana, you can see Dionne and Warwick. I don't see any other person playing her, and I have yet to look at. Right, but I have yet to look at, which I am going to go back and view her movies that she recently done in the past 5 years. I feel like it's been getting her ready for the Tiana. She had one. I think she had like two or three 2 years ago. It came out in the same year.
She had a movie on Hulu. When I tell you that girl acted her.
Oh, it was on Hulu?
Yeah. It was Hulu.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
She acted her ass off. It was about her and her kid. And I'm like, girl, you are a jack of all trades.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Tiana Taylor gets her flowers, but she don't get enough flowers. She's a dancer. She's a choreographer. She's a singer. She's a mother. I mean, she's an actress. She does it all. And if you look at that video on this post, though, I thought she looked stunning. I thought she looked beautiful. You know, she's going through a whole lot with her, I guess, ex or soon to be ex-husband, Iman. And I feel like even with that, she handled, you know, and she's handling it with so much grace. There's so many stories coming out about Iman and whatever. And, you know, in 2024, child, we live in a world of Cardi B's and Offsets where they're going to go out there and they're going to put all their business out and they're going to have a war. Child, get us out of the group chat. But I have loved the way that Tiana Taylor has navigated, you know, her recent issues with her husband in the most graceful way. Look at that body. Look at that butt, girl. That butt is good. And I think that butt is natural.
Mm-hmm.
That butt is natural.
Yeah. It's pretty much all natural. But like you said, I'm loving how she navigated her career, you know, especially with her being behind the scenes, being a director. I just love how, like you stated, in this moment with her going through this divorce, I like how she's keeping her sight straight ahead. She's not allowing the outside noise to come in. I think she almost got distracted one time, she did that situation real quick. But I love everything about this. I can't wait for it to happen. Dionne is behind it. So, but then you got to think about, I don't know if you remember or how long you were following Tiana's career, but in the beginning, Tiana, she was that one that'll whoop your ass in the club. I don't know if you forgot or not, but she caught a couple of people in the club fighting in the tabloids. So to see her from then to now, I'm loving all of it.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I mean, again, I will stand 10 toes down. She needs to get more of her flowers. And I'm gonna tell you, with my psychic abilities I'm having right now,
okay,
I see.
Come on,
Tiana
Raven.
Taylor. You said what?
I said, come on, Raven. Step into the future.
I think I'm seeing a vision. Seriously, I feel like Tiana Taylor is going, she's already on top, but I see very soon her career skyrocketing even more than what it is now. And I also see her love life. I think she is about to really step into some favor and some blessings as it relates to her life and as it relates to her personal life. I can see it.
Yeah, it's all there. She's making the correct moves. Just keep on, like, you know, just keep sending out some positive energy toward her way, because she is one of those ones, like you stated, you see her career just flourishing, especially from what's about to happen. Yeah, she's gonna be one of those ones.
We love you, Tiana. Come on the show, boo.
Okay. We love you.
Mine, what was your favorite part of the show tonight?
We didn't read what How Musically said. Did you already read
that? Here we go. At least try to play along what I said, child.
Oh, no, I'm going to spin a block on that. But I just want to get this out of the way. She has Dionne Warwick features, so this is a slam dunk. Tiana is also a singer. So, yeah, definitely.
Did reading that really change your last 30 seconds?
Whatever. Of course, just talking about and getting the mental health check in, getting that done every day, or not every day, but every time we do that, I feel like that's a good part of the show. But then also too keeping abreast of the Diddy,
keeping abreast.
Diddy do it, the Diddy not. Yes, because it's going to be an update up until 2026.
I know.
So y'all tune in.
No, don't say that, y'all. I really believe that he's not going to. I don't think the outcome that you're thinking is going to happen is going to happen. I don't think this man is going to be in jail for the rest of his life. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't.
I mean, he probably only got like a good 30 years left, 40 years left in his life. So,
No,
I mean, a good 30 of that will be in jail. So,
I don't agree. I don't agree, baby. But we'll see who's right.
So when the jury comes down, we're gonna have to save this clip. Well, it'll be up. I'll just repost
Please,
it.
yes. We're definitely going. Yeah, we're definitely going to replay this, child. Replay this, y'all. Thanks so much for listening to the What Was Said podcast. Make sure you are liked. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're sharing this, y'all. It don't take nothing for you niggas to actually put this link in a text message and
get
it on out. If it's 10 people in here, and if 10 people text 10 people, what's that math?
A lot of people.
10 times 10, what is that, 100?
I think so. Isn't it 110? No, stop. I think it's 100.
Nah, I know better than this. I know better than saying, let me do the math. If you know the answer.
Not that you didn't carry the zero and then didn't move to 1.
10 times 10 is not 110.
It's 100.
Wait, 10 times 10. 100.
Oh, thanks, Ham Musically. He said another great show. We definitely appreciate it. Also, too, if you can, definitely donate to the Cash Apps. It's not just coming to us, but it's gonna have some things that'll be beneficial to us. Because I want to travel up there to Charlotte, North Carolina, so we can get together.
They come find me, honey.
Oh, well, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all can come and find me.
I'm joking.
No, but
I don't want that guy that got all them names to try to find us.
Oh my God, you're right. I know you're all the way in Oklahoma. You're in Oklahoma, and I'm in Washington. So
right, I'm gonna see y'all in Oklahoma. We having a festival this weekend in Oklahoma. I cannot wait, child.
Oh my
Oklahoma.
God.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next. Well, are we gonna do it next Thursday?
Maybe we can do like a pre-show like this weekend, maybe a 10-minute. It only got to be long. It could just be something we can put in place.
You said that every week, y'all. You never do it. That is so scary.
You never do it. Why you have to call me out like with all these people in here? It's like 110 people in here. You gonna really do that?
I know. Are you gonna dress up next weekend? Next week?
I was thinking about. I might actually get me a costume. I was thinking about being the Joker, actually.
I mean, it wouldn't be that far of a stretch.
This. Hold on. So, are you going in your neighborhood when you taking, the little one to go get some candies? Why, or are you going to another neighborhood? Huh?
Why would I go to another neighborhood?
No, I didn't know if you knew of another neighborhood that has a whole bunch of decorations, or
where I'm at ain't got decorations.
That's what I said. Are you going to go through your neighborhood, or do you have like a special neighborhood that you'll go through so you can,
a special neighborhood? What does that even
Well, I know here, my neighborhood, we don't have. Of course, we got folks you can go up and get some candy, but the houses downtown, they got like a whole theme, the yard, everything. They got like you can step in and
Oh no, we don't have that in Oklahoma, y'all.
Y'all don't have that in Oklahoma.
Bye, guys. We'll see y'all in the next episode. Keep it groovy.
Bye.